latest paintings are oil over acrylic, and this is a quick look at those works in progress. These are some of the paintings that I've been working on lately. I haven't been painting on my channel in a while, but I still work behind the scenes, and these are paintings I did with acrylic, and then I put oil over them for the finishing layers. These paintings are definitely in process. They're not finished by any means, but I wanted to show you what I've been working on. They're not one large painting, they're small paintings, but I taped them together on the back to hold them in place because I was actually using one of my sketchbook pages as a reference, and it's a landscape, and it has flowers growing out, and I wanted to capture that in panels, but they could be together or separate. So each one of these is a separate painting, but like I said, I taped them together on the back so that I could work on them all at once. So one thing I was doing different with these small paintings is working with a more muted palette and a grayed out palette. It's not really experimental, but I haven't focused on that before, except for with my freeform abstracts. With my nature paintings, I usually like to paint with bright colors. And this time I chose to use a lot of grayed out colors and muted colors, and I'll be sharing with you those paints and the palette that I chose. Using mainly the shades of gray paints I got from Jerry Autorama, and I chose specific colors from the set. It's the only set I have and the only paints I have that are more muted colors, so that's the primary palette I was using. As I was painting, I realized that I needed to add some white, so I grabbed this white. This is the fast dry titanium white, and I chose this yellow, Naples yellow. I've had it for a long time, but I hardly use it because I haven't been practicing with my oil paints the way I should. This one is ultramarine. I chose ultramarine, phthalo, I don't know how to say that, but phthalo green, and a tad bit of this naphthol red, just a tad bit. Because what I was finding as I was using the grays was I wasn't able to mix the colors as dark as I wanted them to be, so that was a little bit challenging for me, but I really do love the gray palette and using muted colors. I don't use solvents very often with my oil paints. I would like to operate in a more solvent-free way. I know personally sometimes I might need solvents for cleaning purposes, so I don't say that I'm completely solvent-free, but for the most part I do not use solvents. I only use straight paints, and sometimes I'll use this. It's called Walnut Alkyd Medium. It helps me to dry the paints a little faster so that I can move along in my process a little quicker. However, I don't use lots of it at this point in my painting journey. This is called walnut oil. It's empty right now. I put it in another jar, but this stuff I love. So it is one of my favorite, I guess, yes, artist oil medium, walnut oil. So this is one of my favorite ones to add to my paint. And I also like to use it to clean my brushes, because I can dip my brushes in this and it will help me to clean off most of the paint if I need to. And then I can just use a degreasing soap, a brush soap, or something like that to wash out my brushes if I need to. And the walnut oil is really nice. It helps my paint go on so smooth. It's really nice. I hadn't tried it until I got this set. The set of these what are they called? Grams. I purchased a set quite a while ago, and it came with trial size bottles of alkyd and walnut oil. And I found immediately that I really like them a lot. And so as I was painting, I thought, oh, I better get those out, because they really do help me as I'm painting in my painting process. So this is the palette that I'm using for those miniature paintings. I like the shades of gray palette, but I needed to introduce some of these other colors in order to get darker values. And I also introduced these mediums, the oil and the alkyd, walnut alkyd, because there's a difference. Walnut alkyd. I introduced those into my process in order to help me paint better. And like I said, these are works in progress, but I really wanted to share that here today. And I want to do more of my art and share more of my art on my channel. So I hope you liked seeing those and what I've been working on, and hopefully next time I'll be able to paint with you and you can join me with your supplies and paint along as I work. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.